I could be making a mistake. This is nerve-wracking. Man, this is not good. This is not good at all. Oh, no. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Dream Championship Wrestling, episode number 12, the year-end spectacular. It's all come down to this. This is going to be a huge episode. We're going to pick up right where we left off in episode 11, at least sort of, because we had four guys that were demanding more money, that being Eric Rowe and Braun Strowman, the tag team champions, Bo Dallas, who was winless in Dream Championship Wrestling, and Rhino. I've also received a rumor, or heard a rumor, that Charles Young, we have renegotiated twice with Charles Young. He isn't happy with his pay, so let's take care of Charles first.
1 hour later.
I'll give Bo $65. Because he just really, he's not drawing, he's not winning. So, okay, with that out of the way, let's go ahead. Here's going to be something interesting for all of us. If we manage the merch, you remember before the last event, I restocked everything. The only thing that we still had available were these masks. The masks are still available. They don't sell that well because of the $80 price tag. I am not disposing of these. So everything else sold out at the minimum quantity that we purchased. So with that being said, I think we're going to have to jack these up. Oh man, alive. Woo. Okay, hold on a second here. So branded snacks, we'll double those up. The goods, we'll double those, or triple, I should say. And branded snacks, I'm actually risking it because they are perishable. DVD Blu-ray, I'm just going to do 1,000 again, just because of the price tag. We'll do a bunch of t-shirts, and then we'll do the same with these. And looking at the upper right hand corner, and expenses are getting crazy. Okay, so that is set. Training center, there shouldn't be much we need to do. We'll do a couple of the larger repairs just to get them on the books for year one. Well, you know what, let's do them all. Okay. Now, as we get ready to book this year-end spectacular, I do want to share a huge piece of news. As you may have noticed on the thumbnail, we have our largest, biggest, most explosive free agent signing of all time in Dream Championship Wrestling. And I'm going to take you back to something. This is going to spoil it, but do you remember when this happened? Cat out of the bag. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have signed CM Punk to the roster. He is a showman, and he is quite expensive, the most expensive piece of talent we have on the roster. But let's be honest here, he is a hell of a draw worldwide. He is a hell of a wrestler, a B-plus attack, a B-plus defense. He comes in perfect shape. This is a hell of a get. You talk about back-to-back signings of taking Cody Rhodes from WWE and then plucking CM Punk out of free agency. Our roster is just getting absolutely loaded I will share two other quick little notes. Number one is, again, from the thumbnail. This is going to be our first ever 8-match card. I said it was going to be big. CM Punk is big. There's some other guys that are going to show up on this card. We'll unveil that here in just a bit. But this is going to be a huge show. I also found one other very interesting piece of news. Let me share that with you. So if you go to promotion stats and it's like Super Lucha, you look at the bottom of the details box. It says that our relationship with them is normal, nothing special. Normal with Red Ocean, DFW. We're friendly with TFC. We're normal. AEW, we're indifferent. So it's kind of one of the main competitors. So we're indifferent to AEW. Look at WWE. After plucking Cody Rhodes, we are now estranged from WWE. So I do want to also let you know that we did invite Kevin Owens to this card. He is the WWE Heavyweight Champion. He declined, which we kind of figured would be the case. I did go to AEW. We also offered Wardlow, and Wardlow turned us down as well. I also want to share that Yasuo Tanaka, the MMA clown, as I called him in the last event, trying to bait him to come back. We invited him to come back after he did a number on Rob Van Dam, and Yasuo also declined. However, there was a couple guys that did not decline, and when I unveil the matchups here, you're going to get a look at some of these guys that are coming in special for this card. And man, I can't wait to show you this. You know what? Let's get right into it. I did not want to skip over this. At the end of the previous episode as well, one of our scouts came back and found Jiro Kazama in Japan. We took a look at Jiro. Here he is on the screen. A very solid offensive wrestler. Not very durable. Salary is okay. He is a strong style wrestler. But popularity... That B in Japan, I mean, if it was an A, I might consider, even with the low rating in the United States, but I don't think we're really going to be pursuing Jiro. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the year-end spectacular is set. Card is ready to go. 8 glorious matches. We're going to start off with everybody's favorite, a 100% just waiting to happen, Bo Dallas, begging, hoping, praying to get his first win in Dream Championship Wrestling, meeting Rhino for what I believe is the 5th time. So we'll see if he can finally get it done. We move on to one of the invites. Teruhisa Yoshioka. He is back to take on Kachiro Asakawa. And if you remember from episode number 7, Teruhisa came in and defended his title against Brian Cage. He was able to upset Brian Cage and leave with his title. However, he has since lost his title. He is from ONI. He is no longer the heavyweight champion, but we do appreciate him agreeing to come in and make this card a little extra special. Let's see if Dream Championship Wrestling and Asakawa can get their revenge. Next up, we move on to the rematch. Bray Wyatt, Brian Cage. Brian Cage's debut match in Dream Championship Wrestling. He hospitalized Bray Wyatt. So Bray Wyatt will do anything possible to exact revenge on Brian Cage. Next up, of course, it had to be this matchup. Eric Rowan, viciously attacked in the back by CM Punk and a band of degenerates. CM Punk, debut in Dream Championship Wrestling. Who else could it be but Eric Rowan? So I am really looking forward to that one. We jump down to Charles Young taking on Jeff Hardy in the next matchup. We really appreciate Jeff Hardy coming from Super Lucha to make this event a little extra special. 2 high flyers, 2 really athletic guys. This should be one hell of a matchup. Then we go down to Matt Jackson. He has got 2 wins in a row. Cody Rhodes just came off a big victory over Bray Wyatt, where he again had Bray carted off on a stretcher, knocked him out with the crossroads. This has got a lot of intrigue. Really looking forward to this one as well. And what am I saying? I'm looking forward to all of these. Next matchup, co-main event, the finals of the Wheel of Dreams, the really lethal lottery. Who is going to get the next title shot? Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman. Then finally we close it out. The biggest card of the year ends with a main event. Rob Van Dam defending his world championship against Claudio Castagnoli. Claudio coming off of a loss, so normally not something we would do. So because we did promise Claudio if he entered the Wheel of Dreams, no matter what that outcome may be, he would still get the title shot. We've been looking forward to this one. These guys have no love lost. They're in a big-time feud. We're going to settle it in the ring. We need to set this as the championship match, by the way. And we need to also set our venue. So as of right now, we have a full house. We have Nick Patrick, but we are lucky Tommy Young is back. So Tommy Young is going to be the referee. Let's see here. Can we go to a large hall? 30,000 people. Oh, man, look at that. Whew. I mean, that's tempting. 22,000 people. Oh, man. What if we go with a TV commercial? Oh, man, it's almost a sellout. That expense is brutal, but I mean, should I try this just for the year-end spectacular? Should we give it a shot? Should we do the large hall? $40 ticket price. What happens if we go up to 60? Now we lose almost 6,000 people. Wow. Oh, well, that just messed everything up. Okay, I think even though this isn't a sellout, we're 500 shy of a sellout, and expenses are ungodly, we might go with this. So let's go ahead. We are going to go with it. Let's confirm the match card. Let's go back into management. Let's look at our merch. If we're going to have nearly 30,000 people in the building, 3,000, that's not going to really fly. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is dispose of the action figures. At least by, man alive, we are going to have ungodly expenses. We're up over $500,000 for this card. I could be making a mistake. This is nerve-wracking. Oh no, and I can't jack anything up now either. I have to, oh shoot, I forgot about that. Well, yikes. Go big or go home. Wow, I'm looking forward to the breakdown at the end of this month. I hope we can make some money. I've preached many times about trying to grow too big. In January of year 2, we're going to try to come back down to earth. Probably go back to a 6-match card. That way we're able to give guys rests and do maybe some tag events. But yeah, I hope I didn't make a mistake here in December. But you know what? Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the action. Okay, and I tell you what, this is literally incredible. I mentioned at the very end of the previous card, of the previous episode, that we've been so lucky that we haven't had any injuries and we haven't had any no-shows. So Tirahisa canceled his match for personal reasons. The problem is now I'm locked. I can't go back and get someone to replace him. So now we're going to lose people. Man, this is not good. This is not good at all. And Tirahisa has now been blacklisted. He will not be invited back. So now the second match of the night will be Bray Wyatt, Brian Cage. An 8-match spectacular is now down to a 7-match spectacular. Unfortunately, the audience, for some reason, because of one match, because of Asakawa and Yoshioka, we've lost 9,000 in attendance. 9,000. Oh, no. All right, guys, that concludes the biggest spectacular of the year. That concludes year number 1. I'm not overly excited to see what the numbers were. That dropout fight of Yoshioka and Koichiro Asakawa just killed us. Average card rating was solid, but attendance only 19, basically 20,000 out of a 30,000 seat arena, so that really stinks. We opened the night up. The fuck? We opened the night up with Rhino and Bo Dallas, the 100% match evaluation machines, and I don't know what happened. It was a quick match. I guess the crowd really didn't have a chance to get into it. Rhino won yet again, but only a 78% match evaluation. However, in the next matchup, we made up for it. Bray Wyatt defeats Brian Cage, a 100% rating. Brian Cage is... we might have to send him out for some training. I just hate to see what's happened to him. Next up, the highly anticipated debut of CM Punk. Attacked Eric Rowan in the back a few weeks ago. Wanted to put his stamp on things, and Eric Rowan got revenge. 87% match eval. It was solid. CM Punk a little bit out of his element as he is a showman, but Eric Rowan taught him a lesson. So we'll see what CM Punk can rebound with and come back with next time. Next match of the night was Jeff Hardy, our invite, and we really appreciate him showing up. He got an 81% match eval as he defeated Charles Young. Not a big fan of these guys coming in and defeating our talent, but Jeff Hardy was the better man. He takes out Charles Young. Next up, we had Cody Rhodes making his second appearance in Dream Championship Wrestling, taking on Matt Jackson, who was on a 2-fight win streak, and again, pretty much a dud. A match eval of 73%. Cody Rhodes, though, able to get the victory. Then the co-main event, the finals of the Wheel of Dreams, the really lethal lottery. Braun Strowman defeats Brock Lesnar. So Braun Strowman, a former champion, is going to get his shot at the title in the very next event. And that shot is going to come against defending champion Rob Van Dam, who in another solid match, we had a 95 for Brock and Braun, a 94 for Claudio and Rob. Claudio Castagnoli unable to get the job done. I think he might need the week off or the month off. After starting off 7-0, Claudio is now 7-2. But Rob Van Dam is proving to be a heck of a champion, even at 50 years plus of age. So, with that being said, I'm kind of nervous to end event and see what we did, but we got to do it sometime.